Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, my name's Charlotte, and Ben is normally on, but he's knocking about somewhere. We have the Queen joining us, the late Queen joining us. That's an inside joke, but anyway, she's in here for today. And I thought I would just nip on for a quick one really and talk about the cruise that's coming up, which is, as of today, we will be leaving for Barcelona in 9 days. There is a lot of things still to do, a lot of things to pack, a lot of things to find, because we have lost a few items that were bought for the cruise that we need to find. But anyway, I thought I'd nip on and talk about what we are doing on the cruise. So it is a 7-night Mediterranean cruise, porting from Barcelona back to Barcelona. We'll be stopping in Livorno, Civitavecchia, Naples and Cagliari. And so Livorno is near Pisa, Civitavecchia is, they say it's near Rome, it's 2 hours away from Rome. And then Naples is obviously next to Pompeii. And then Cagliari is Cagliari. So we've got two excursions booked. Really excited, one in Pisa and one for Pompeii. Pompeii is on Ben's bucket list, so he's really excited for that. I have been, so it'd be nice to go back. The last time I went was when I was 13, 14. So it will be nice to go back and see how it's changed, how it's developed, how it's grown, if they've excavated more. Really excited for that. And then we've got 2 days at sea on either end, and it's also Martin's birthday on the final day at sea. So we have booked dinner at Palo, which is the onboard adults only Italian restaurant. So we'll be going there for tea on the last night. It'll be semi-formal. Yeah, we're really excited to just have a week away. We've had a very busy April, and it's going to be a busy, 9 days leading up to the cruise. We are flying on the Friday night. Now, one thing with the likes of Ryanair and all of them lot, each airport obviously brings its own premium. And, oh, hello, Maurice. And we're flying in. We managed to find a £19.99 flight on the Friday night into Girona, which is an hour away from Barcelona. So it's not like it's billed as Girona, Barcelona. And that's so that they can give the cheaper flights, because flying directly into Barcelona airport is more expensive. I will just warn you that if you're going to do that, if you're doing a fly cruise from Barcelona and you are going to fly into Girona, just be prepared for either a taxi or a train or all of that kind of thing. Because whilst the flight is cheaper, there are other costs that I probably would have took into consideration had I known the distance into Barcelona. I've flown into Girona before several times, but we were never staying in Barcelona. We were either going to, I think we flew in there to go to Salou, potentially, and I've flown into there to go in a motorhome. So yeah, bear that in mind if you're going to do the fly cruise to Barcelona. Just try and look for the flights into Barcelona airport. We did find a relatively cheap hotel, which is next door to the airport, which is called the Hotel Villobe. We will do a little review of that. 5-minute walk from the terminal, open late, and yeah, seemingly nice. It's got a spa. Not that we'll have time to use it, but obviously if that is an option, if you do want to get a cheaper flight and you do want a cheaper hotel, because the hotel is cheaper than it would be to go to Barcelona, we'll let you know if it's worth it. But we have got a taxi the next morning, faffing around on multiple trains, then a bus, and all of that with 2 bags each, 3 bags each potentially, with a small bag and 2 cases and all of that lot just didn't seem worth it. Just stick it in a taxi and go. So we've got a taxi there. You might have seen one of the shorts, although it's not really picked up, but there was a bit of drama because Disney decided to change our port arrival times. So I got up at 5:30 in the morning to book us on, or was it 5 o'clock? No, it was 4:30 to be able to log in at 5 o'clock to then book everything. And I managed to get us a 12:45 arrival time, which is, it's all right. It's not great, it's all right. And we get a notification in the chat in the group chat for the cruise, that the times have moved. So I log on. They've moved it an hour and 15 minutes later, but they've not sent an email out to confirm it. So a couple of people rang Disney and they said, ignore it, just go at your original port time that's on your form and it'll be fine. And then a week ago, 2 weeks ago, we got the email saying the port arrival times have changed, because they've added in an EES system in Europe where they have to track where you are, make sure you're not staying longer than you're meant to. They scan your passport, they take a picture, whatever. So they've got to do that. But they've got to do it for everybody coming over on the transatlantic cruise, because that's coming in to Barcelona. So we're the first European cruise of the season. So they've got to scan everybody coming off. So it's going to take longer for disembarkation to get everybody off, because they're going to have to scan them. And so that's why ours has been pushed back. But it means that us exiting the terminal has been pushed back, all of that. So I'd booked this taxi for 9:30 to get there for about 11 o'clock. We'd have had an hour and 45 minutes just to grab some food and go into a supermarket to get some wine or champagne, whatever we want to drink, because you can take 2 bottles on with you. So now we're going to be stuck there for 2.5, 2 3/4 hours. So we're going to have a bit more time to kill, I suppose, but I don't really want to be going into the centre of Barcelona to then come back out to the port. So we'll figure out what we're doing, I guess, between us. But yeah, we're going to have some time to kill before we can get on the cruise. It's just a shame that we're going to be stuck with the cases. In theory, what they should do, if they were nice, would be let us drop off our bags. Let us get rid of our bags and then let us go elsewhere. But I suppose when we get on the ship, then at least our rooms would be ready sooner, and it'd be, less time waiting to set sail. If anybody's not been on a cruise before, you've got a muster drill that you have to do on the first day. Not to be confused with mustard, it's muster, as in a gathering. And it is basically to go through safety instructions and show you where you're meant to line up and register ready to get off the ship in an emergency. So we'll have to do that and then go straight up to the top deck for the sail away party. And then our holiday begins. So yeah, we've got embarkation, day at sea, then we're in Livorno, so we've got the Pisa trip, then Civitavecchia. I'm not sure that we'll be going into Rome. I think Kira and Tom will, because Kira's mum's in Rome. They'll be figuring out that themselves, but I think if anything, we'll either be staying on the trip on the ship, making use of the fact that it'll be quiet, and then we've got some activities in the evening. I'm not going to spoil everything that we're doing and everything we've got planned, but yeah, we've got some exciting things planned. And then it's round to Naples. So we've got Pompeii, and then round to Cagliari. Again, I'm not bothered about getting off at Cagliari. I think I'm going to try and see if they've got spa availability. Not to have a treatment, to just go. I want to go to the rainforest rooms and I want to sit in a sauna. And so we'll see if they've got some of that available. And then the last day at sea, we've got the meal at Paolo's. So yeah, we're all very excited. I will be posting a packing vlog, which I think will be coming out as we go. Not sure about dates. There's so much that I need to do to make sure that these vlogs are still churning out whilst we're away. So I need to do a fair bit of editing. I've not been keeping up with all the releases because we've just had the Maltby Miners show. They did the Wizard of Oz. They were amazing. They were all so good. So good. Loads of new faces this year for the kids. But yeah, they all did really well. Shout out to Ella and Lily who watch. You did very well. But yeah, so I had a busy week then, and then obviously we've got to prepare for this cruise. So yeah, things have been a little bit tight in scheduling, but I'm hoping that I can get on top of it before we have to go. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting 2 weeks. I'm just really excited to have a break. I'm excited to just sit and relax. I'm hoping that the new Mandalorian film is on the ship. I believe The Devil Wears Prada 2 is. Fingers crossed, so I can see it. I know it's a very expensive trip to the cinema, but it's worth it. So yeah, I'm hoping that the new Mandalorian film's on there, because you can watch at any time whenever there's a show, and you can go in the theatre, so in the cinema. Looking forward to seeing Beauty and the Beast this time. I didn't feel too good, and I thought, based off the Florida show, it would be very similar, but Ben told me that it wasn't, so I am looking forward to seeing that Beauty and the Beast production, because it's more similar, I believe, to live action than it is to the actual characters of the film. So be interested to see how that unfolds. Yeah, and I'm excited to see Tom, Kira, Joanna Martin's reaction to everything, seeing as though it's their first one. It's my 4th cruise. So, yeah, I'm itching towards that gold, just edging towards it. But yeah, it'll be good fun. Nice to spend time with friends, and nice to just get away for a week, get some sun, have some downtime. But yes, thank you so much if you've made it to the end of this short little ramblings. There is a small sneak peek that I'm going to give you. On the nights, there's a formal night, semi-formal, most of them are cruise casual, but then there is the infamous pirate night. There's your sneak peek, a little insider peek at that. But yeah, really excited. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the packing video. I will be going through Disney bounds that we've got planned, and other outfits. And yeah, then we will be starting the cruise series very shortly, as soon as we get back. So make sure you subscribe for that. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.